On June 18th, I closed the Matthew Henson space down and promised that I would build a new space for performances and making videos in the basement of my house. I said I would do this by my birthday on July 2nd. I didn't do it though.
Sometimes I feel so uninspired. Sometimes I feel like giving up.
Do you know what failing to materialize an idea feels like? Or have you ever felt like the idea you had this morning should be finished by this afternoon? And then when things don't materialize so quick, you start feeling overwhelmed or start feeling like you're not good enough. And then you see people doing superhuman things on social media and start wondering why you can't be like that. All the books and all the things say that you should start with a picture of what you want in your head. The picture I had in my head was that on my birthday, I would have all the guys from the 2/5 group over to a newly built studio in my basement, and there would be a cake with sparklers on it. I envisioned us going live on Instagram and saying live from the new home of 2/5. But when I sent an invite out for them to come through on my birthday, most of them said they had something to do. Do you ever second guess if you really have the power to visualize your future? Do you ever think you're sabotaging your destiny because you're not doing enough? Do you ever turn your back on an idea and start focusing on other things and not yourself? Between June 18th and July 2nd, I kept feeling like I was stuck at the starting line of a race, and I'd hear the gun go off, but I wouldn't start running. At the same time, my wife wanted to have people over to the crib. We share birthday weekends, and she wanted to have a party that weekend. So my focus started being on getting the house ready for a party. And during the party, I went upstairs. I thought I would only rest my eyes for a few minutes, but I fell asleep for 2 hours and missed most of the party. I was so mad that I put so much energy, physical energy, emotional energy into the party instead of building the studio, and I fell asleep and missed the party anyway. Do you know what thinking you're getting nowhere feels like? I know there are days and there are times that I write in my journal what I need to be thinking in order to get to the next step. The entry was dated June 21st, and it said, "Today's a multiple of 7. I didn't even realize. I am to cut the producer show today. Few things though. Today I heard what abundance is. If we're speaking in abundance, we're speaking about what we do have." If we're talking about steps that I had to take towards building the studio, then something I would write down is after feeling like nothing was moving, I went back and looked at the same period of time and identified all of the things that I did get during that time period. I have the space in my basement to work out of. I have all the wood I need to move forward in constructing the space. One day I took measurements and just was like, I'm out, and went down to Home Depot and brought the wood. Someone sent some junk mail to commemorate the 4th of July, and the package had some sparklers in it, and when I opened it and took the sparklers out, that made me remember the picture I had in my mind of the 2/5 fellas coming to see the space and be in the space for the first time. Through the work of Soul Center in Atlanta, I reflected on Dr. Barbara Ann Teer. Barbara Ann Teer is really one of the greatest examples I have of someone who has done what I want to do. When my wife set the party up, we decided to build a deck in the backyard. I didn't know that the deck was going to come out the way it did. It came out like a full performance space in the back of my house. So when the deck came, I started getting more specific and clear about what the space in the basement is going to do. When I set up shelves in the back of the basement, I made a really big move in creating the energy of the space. And shortly after my birthday, I did have the 2/5 guys over to the space. And when they came over, I reminded myself that I have the power to make the things that I see in my mind become real. The time and the date and even the look might be different. If we're speaking in abundance, we're speaking about what we do have.
Something's gonna happen in your life that is going to affect everybody's life. For the good, for the good, for the good.
The shining represents the light that's in the